Just a nice, easy quarter-final game against Crystal Palace. Oh my day. Kevin! Home Alone settings, people. Merry Christmas, by the way. Big up your damn selves. Wow. I predicted 2-0. I thought we might get, comfortable victory. Anything but. I hope you've all recovered from that one, people. You're going to need a bit of relaxing time after that. We might need Arsenal therapy tomorrow to deal with that game. 8-7 victory on penalties. Kepa saves the last penalty from Lacroix, who also scored an own goal in the game as well. We are through to the semi-final against Chelsea, but we've got to improve. On one hand, it's great. It's cup competition football. We're through. That's all that matters. We're in the hat. But we do have to improve collectively. If you look at those last 5 games on the form list, Aston Villa, we were poor, we lost. Bruges and Brentford, we were okay. Wolves, 2 own goals. Everton, a penalty. And today, an own goal. We haven't scored from open play in our last 3 games. That's concerning. The attack needs to improve, especially when we play against better opposition. Listen, in terms of individual performances, Kepa, yeah, in the end, he dived the right way. The others, it's like he was diving out of the way. But he got there in the end, and it's a great moment for him as a goalkeeper, as the backup goalkeeper of Arsenal. He's done well there in the end, and he guessed right, and it's got us through. Be interesting if Arteta gives him the semi-finals and the final, obviously being against his former club, Chelsea. So that's something to look out for. Timber wasn't his best game tonight. Thought he was a little bit sloppy in possession, gave the ball away a little bit. But he's played a lot of football, and I think ideally you wouldn't have played him tonight. But obviously with no Ben White, no Mosquera, who can obviously play right back as well, he had to play. I thought Skelly had some good moments, but sometimes holds on to the ball a little bit too long, gets caught out. He's got to sort of go past the first player, then move the ball quickly. But good for him to get 90 minutes. Calafiori did okay at centre-back as well. He doesn't play there too often for us, although he does for Italy, although usually in a back 3. Saliba was the best player on the pitch, head and shoulders above anybody. He got man of the match. I would give him man of the match. He was top quality. He's played a lot of football since coming back from injury as well. Norgard, I call him Buzz Lightyear on here, but I thought he actually did well today. Give credit where credit's due. Made a very good challenge, kept the ball ticking. It was simple but effective, and well done to him. I thought he was solid. It wasn't spectacular, but he was solid today. Marino, I didn't think was great. He played one excellent ball in the first half, but if I'm a young player and Marino's wearing the armband, and every few minutes, he's rolling around on the floor looking for free kicks. The referee's telling him to get up. I'm going, bro, you're meant to be leading us today. I don't want to see you rolling around looking for a free kick. And the ref's saying, listen, mate, stop embarrassing yourself. Get up off the floor. So, yeah. Eze, underwhelming. Had some good moments, but we're still looking for more. The only thing I would say, it's too easy to take him off. The substitutions are predictable, aren't they? Like, he never really says, okay, Eze, let's try and get more out of you in this game. Maybe I put Odegaard in attacking midfield with you. Maybe I bring on Ethan Nwaneri, if he even remembers who Ethan Nwaneri is. Free from Nwaneri. Instead, he just goes 60-odd minutes, get Eze off for Odegaard. Martinelli is a real shame because first half, that was one of the best 45 minutes I've seen in a long time from Martinelli. He destroyed that right-back Camvo. He had him moonwalking at one point, and he got dragged at half-time. I said at half-time, Martinelli shouldn't come back out. He's injured. He's limping heavily. He came back out, and then he had to come off. So now he's injured. So is he going to be missing for the weekend? Noni Madueke. Do you know what? With Noni, man, there's not enough end product there for me. He needs to improve. He should have scored. He should have definitely scored that first chance where he had the clear shot. He hit it straight at the goalkeeper. He had a couple more half chances. But you can sort of see why would Chelsea sell a 23-year-old England international with a couple of years left on his contract? You just don't do that. they obviously felt like he's not the finished article, and they didn't have the time or the patience to try and develop him. And when they had, they got Palmer and Neto and Esteval. I think with Madueke, yeah, he's an impact player. He drives you up the pitch, but the end product's got to improve massively. Jesus got good minutes, could have scored. I thought he maybe would have come off a bit earlier, but they decided to give him more minutes. I'll be honest with you, I was surprised Rice came on with 5 minutes to go. Sometimes you're susceptible for injuries coming on for short periods of time when it's cold. Odegaard came on, didn't do too much. Ethan again doesn't come on. I think he'll end up going on loan in January, which is a shame. Trossard came on, Saka came on, Gyökeres didn't come on. I just felt like when we let them back into the game, taking off Jesus and not bringing on a striker and playing Marino false nine, it's just you encouraged Crystal Palace onto us. The same thing we did against Wolves, the same thing we did against Villa, same thing we did against Sunderland. And rather than going for the second, we sort of try and defend the 1-goal lead and then end up conceding. I think people have to understand we've drawn the game tonight across 90 minutes. And Arteta still has to look at, okay, we won, I'm happy, but what do we need to change? Some Arsenal fans will be listening to this going, we won. Don't complain. There's nothing to complain about. But top managers, you have to fix the issues even when you win. Even when you win, you've got to go in that dressing room tonight and go, listen, well done, lads. Great penalties. First half, you were really good. However, your finishing in the first half is not good enough. Second half, you've dropped off. You've encouraged them to come on to us, and they've scored and equalised, and we haven't won the game. And Palace look flat out tonight. They've played 4 games in 10 days with not a lot of rotation. 8 of their 11 that started against Leeds played tonight. Only 3 of our 11 that played against Everton started tonight. So we've got to go up a level. When we're playing Palace in the league, when we're playing Chelsea in January in the semi-final, when we're going to Inter Milan in the Champions League, those performances are going to have to improve significantly. However, I want to end the video by saying we're through. We won semi-final. We need to win silverware this year. Have a good Christmas if I don't see you in the next stream. Big up to everyone. Hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you all soon, people. Bless.